Alright, so what I need to do is I need to rename the VOD that it's just like Martha's Strengthening Quest or whatever, and then we'll make this VOD named, you know, actually Lostbelt 7. You've been lied to, chat, this entire time. Where's Martha? There she is. God, Twitch is a pretty bad UI themselves, how like you can't manage your VODs and videos and stuff from like the same web page. Like you have to switch entire websites between like the creator dashboard and like the VOD management and stuff. It's crazy. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I miss old Blizzard too. They went from a good company to just one of the worst companies I've ever seen, which is really saying something. Like, they're extra bad. Like, a lot of major game devs are bad, but they're extra fucking bad. Some of the things they do, man, is just unspeakable. Also that wiggle emote. Alright, well, it's unfortunate. We really can't do this boss in a particularly unique way compared to my main account, but just my ult coincidentally doesn't have a lot of options here, so... I mean, I could summon something other than MASH, but I mean, like, what? Because I'm either gonna summon something way too powerful that's gonna shit on the boss and make it a joke, or something completely useless, or something that I can't summon reliably if I'm, like, resetting and having to try the boss more than once, right? So MASH is just the lukewarm, she kinda helps, but she's not carrying unit that I can reliably summon whenever I want. I've seen a lot of people defend Blizzard with, well, all the companies are bad. It's just nonsense. The other companies are not that bad. I mean, there are other companies that are giving them a run for their money, but lots of game devs are not that scummy. Like, some of the shit they have pulled is just unbelievable. Honestly, I've never been that interested in Overwatch 2 because I fundamentally don't like the design of Overwatch, and then like other games like Gundam Evo are Overwatch but better, so... What am I gonna give 100 face? I mean, there's always this. Could also go with high starting NP to get the crit. I try to remember the gimmicks in this fight. I don't actually remember them that well. I know buff removal at the end, though, is really good. You know, we might have to bring Martha and Medea, because this team is all actually... Even though I'm using some higher rarity stuff, not really, but it's actually weaker than the team that I used on my main. Like, absolutely, this is weaker, other than 100 face being grailed, but, do I have anything else that's interesting that has buff removal? Yeah, Diablo is actually probably the scummiest phone game on the market right now. I don't think I do. The only other buff removal I have is Alex. Am I crazy? Am I just forgetting someone? Like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, she does, but we're already using her. No, no. Yeah, Phantom, yeah, that'll help. Yeah, it's just Alex. It's Alex, Medea, and Martha. That's it. And there's unfortunately no reason to use Alex. I'd have to be using a quick DPS. I love how people are always saying things that I don't have, and like if you don't know what I have, then you shouldn't be saying anything, right? Like it's kind of obvious here. Okay. What do we give her? If she needs the NP early, you give her starting NP, but I kind of want to... You know what I want to try? Because the boss has a high hit count. The 4 stars is raw NP gain 1. Which I should have. Maybe they'll add Tiamat soon. It could unironically happen because of the arcade collab. Where is it? Did I not level it? I must have it. Okay, there it is. Level 30. I have 3 of it, but I didn't level any of them, but whatever. Yeah, I feel like 30% NP gain in this fight is actually pretty big. Okay, chat. Not what you want. I really gotta stress this. Not what you want, okay? No copium here. What do you actually think is going to be added in the arcade collab? Now, a viable answer is some new unit that's not in, you know, it's not already in arcade, right? Like some other bullshit thing they're gonna make up, which I think is actually totally possible. Just costumes? Boy, people are all over the place here. Nothing. Yeah, I don't think they're that bad. There's a lot of Tiamat in there. That is a bit of hopium, I feel, but a lot of costumes. A lot of people feel like costumes. If they add Sita, they're gonna have to put, like, make it a point in the story, right? You know, is that the good ending, chat? Like, I've seen hardly anyone talk about Sita. Everyone's like, give me my Jacques de Molly, or lots of Tiamat, and a lot. What's her name? The Gozen, Suzuka Gozen, right? I've seen lots of people wanting that stuff. I mean, so much Tiamat, Jacques de Molly, and Gozen and stuff. That's definitely been like dominating the conversation from what I've seen. But is the good ending? We don't get any of that shit. We don't get any costumes. We don't get we don't get Tiamat. We don't get Jacques de Molly. We don't get none of that. But we get Sita, and the story is all about like universe bending. So you know they get to be in the same place again. Is that actually the good ending? I'm not even the biggest fan of Sita and Rama, but I mean they kind of deserve it at this point, to be honest. Especially with what they did with what's her name? Brunhilde, right? And all that, so it is kind of deserved at this point. What do I got here? He probably doesn't need to NP the first turn he shows up, but it doesn't hurt to have the option because we don't need to be budget friendly anymore because I already did that, so fuck that nonsense. Do I not have Cope Scope? I mean, there's nothing wrong with K-Scope, but Cope Scope is better for Asclepius. Because, he's not exactly a damage dealer. Huh. I guess I don't have it yet. Either that or I didn't level it. I think Tiamat has a chance because there's no lore in arcade that like makes it any more justifiable for her to be there over regular at all. Actually, there's less because she's like very connected to what happened in Babylonia and stuff, and that didn't happen in arcade. So it actually makes more sense for her to be in regular. I mean that she makes more sense in mobile than arcade, but that didn't stop them. What sucks is I actually think a great time, like a great time to have used Tiamat would have been Lostbelt 7. Like very much so. I think that would have been an amazing time to have Tiamat show up. And especially put her on the protagonist side of things. Because I said it even before they like, you know, did anything with Tiamat in arcade that they could bring her back as a protagonist because they had implied that like her brain actually wanted to help. And you know, she's kind of complicated, but you know, it was pretty easy to do that, and with what's going on in Lostbelt 7, I think she would be on our side, so I think that would have been great. But I feel like if they put her in mobile, she's not going to have a very meaningful role to play. Not because she can't have one, because they won't give her one. I love how I need to level Martha's skills, and now it's just going to take 8 years to get out of the stage and back into it. Okay. Okay, chat, now, because I said no copium before, not what you wanted, what you actually thought was going to get added. Now, full copium, what do you want from arcade to be in the collab? Yeah, I guess Leo animation update does technically count because he has better animations than Arcade. But it has to be something from Arcade, or related to Arcade, you know, it can't just be some random thing that has nothing to do with anything. Costumes for all servants, like every costume for Arcade, yeah, that's not happening. Definitely not. Lot of... Oh yeah, Kentoki's got that costume where he's got Rider Kentoki's hair. It's so much better, actually. Like, no joke, that is such an upgrade. Regular Berserker Kentoki's hair is the worst thing about him. It's so bad. So that's a lot of Tiamat though, I'm seeing. And the costumes. People really want the costumes. Actually, I think Jacques de Molly and Proto Merlin are the least likely by far. I'd be very surprised if they made it in. Because they are, air quotes, already in, right? So... Caesar Shades would be very easy to add. They already have sprite art for it, for crying out loud. Do I have the pure prisms to fix this? Arcade doesn't even have Hawaiian shirt too, so that doesn't count. How many pures do I got? Okay, I got 600. Alright, that'll do just fine. Look, I'm used to them being shits and slow and unfavorable to male servants and stuff. I am shocked. If you asked me when they first, because I remember when they first started adding costumes, it was like summer rerun or whatever, and MASH got it, and then it's been like a staple ever since for summer, and they've also added a lot of costumes for other things. That was like 6 years ago or something. So if you asked me then, right as they added that summer MASH costume and all that, if they'd eventually, like within the next 6 years, 7 years, would they have added Hawaiian shirt Ku? I'd be like, yeah, because Ku's super popular, and it's just such an obvious thing to do. And then as time went on, you know, they added the Robin Hood, 3-star male, got a summer costume. Ricky Boy, 3-star male, got a summer costume. Right? They've done all. Izo's got like 30 costumes, and he's a 3-star male, right? So it's not like there's any reason for them not to do it. So I'm actually just shocked it hasn't happened. I would not have guessed this. I don't think anyone would, realistically. People will say it's like a joke, like, oh, Ku's never gonna get it. But with all these other random fucking male servants getting costumes and stuff, it's like there's no reason Ku can't get it, especially with how goddamn popular it is. And they've even acknowledged that it's a pretty highly requested thing for Ku, and they just don't do it. I don't even. Maybe now though, like because Bazette's in, they'll like work Bazette into a summer event, and then they'd obviously use Ku, and so that maybe they throw in the shirt. Like it's not that complicated. I mean, really. I'm kind of worried they're gonna like corrupt it, and instead of just adding what people want, they're gonna make it weird. Because they just love subverting expectations. I don't know how many lures I've got here. Plenty. Alright, I need QP though. Oh god, I don't have enough QP to max out Martha. And then like max out if we get Cuckoo to do that, or then with St. Joan that instead, right? I don't have enough. Gonna have to fix that. I might need to roll on my main for something. I just don't wanna. I really don't. I just want to save a lot, but I don't know. Face Strange Fate might still be a ways off, so we'll see. It really I wish I could know in advance if what's her face, Pope Joan, excuse me, if Pope Joan was gonna have the class card servants or not. Because again, I like her just fine one way or the other, but I think I could pass if she didn't have the class card servants. But if she has them, I'm gonna have to roll on one of my accounts, so that complicates things a lot. I think some of the Fate Strange fake stuff, though, is going to get added outside of a collab. That's the thing, because that's what they did with APOC. Especially Richard. Like, very much with Richard. Okay, so I need 10 more. I'll do it. Martha's really useful, so I'll do it. I mean, FGO's been kind of hit or miss with the leaks. Well, actually, most things get leaked, to be honest, but what generally happens is there's so many fake leaks, it drowns it out, and nobody knows what's real and not. But a lot of that stuff actually has been leaked, and sometimes some of the art has even been leaked early and been confirmed later to be, you know, true. However, they certainly don't have as many leaks as like Genshin Impact or something. That's because they have a test server. There's no having a test server. If you have a test server, you should not even try to hide stuff because it won't work, and you're just going to make drama and you're going to piss off a lot of your player base and stuff. There's no need for that friction. If you either have no test server and that's that, you have to hire like QA teams and that kind of thing, or you just don't. You just don't test it, right? Like that's your only options, really. What really confuses me in Genshin is they seem really unwilling to patch things, and I don't understand it. They like want to twink things under the hood a lot before released on like a test server, and then they just do not want to like admit fault or something and adjust a character post-launch. Oh, I can't count. I need even more still. Fuck. It's worth it. I mean, it sucks because I don't have that many Pure Prisms, but Martha honestly is a really nice unit to have, so. She's not too hard to get, so I don't mind using her, and she just has a really universal kit that helps a lot. Does anyone know, I haven't played Genshin in so long, but does, what's his name, the little dude, Benny, does Benny's constellation, his max constellation that makes like your weapon get imbued by flame, does that work with Bido's ult? Because Bido's ult is like a body buff that makes you do lightning. So if that did work, you would have lightning every swing and fire every swing, which would be kind of awesome. Do they not work together? Because if they don't, that sucks. Where's skills? Way the fuck up here. Yeah, I don't know why Genshin is so adverse to balancing. I don't really get it. It does work. That's actually kind of awesome. Unfortunately, anytime I've played Genshin, my luck with getting Benny is terrible. I've pretty much only gotten him from the shop. I think I've gotten him at like Constellation 1. Meanwhile, that stupid cat that I hate to death, and I've rolled on some Benny raid-ups in the past, but that stupid cat I don't remember the name of has been max Constellation, and then I've gotten extra dupes of her beyond that. I've got max Constellation, what's her name, Official. I've got max Constellation Amber, like what? And like several other 4 stars. And I don't even try. I'm not trying to get Constellation on any of those fuckers. Meanwhile, the only like 4-star that I wanted Bido and Max Constellation, but I actually accomplished that. But I actively wanted Max Constellation Benny, like, and he's just nowhere. Like I've got him at like Constellation 1, right? It's fucking bullshit, dude. I think I have a higher constellation of the water. What's her name? I don't remember. Mona, that's the one. I think I have more constellations of fucking Mona than Benny. It doesn't. None of it makes any sense. I never rolled on a raid up for her either. It's just spooks for days. Meanwhile, I don't even have Jean in that game. Jesus, that game, dude. Did he ever raid up Jean, by the way? Did they ever do that? Because I feel like the answer is no. Nope, that's fucked, dude. That, like, what if your favorite character is like Diluc or Jean or whatever? Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, I don't understand. Like, are you supposed to just play for 7 years until you get them as a spook? Because, like, you get plenty of spooks, but, like, I've been spooked by the what's her name, Chi-Chi or whatever. We got the emote for her, I think. Or do we not? Whatever. But the midget, I've gotten spooked by her like 3 times. I've gotten spooked by Mona like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, I mean, the odds of getting, you know, one specific, like, generic 5-star you want are pretty bad. So, yeah, that's not great. Like, why don't they just have, like, a rotating story banner, right, for the generic stuff? Like, it doesn't hurt them any. One character bombing is no reason not to do it, and again, you can just do it on the side. Because somebody wants Jean, somebody wants Diluc, right? So you might as well get the money from them. I mean, it literally doesn't make sense. We got costumes, but no banner. I'm just lucky because I got Diluc in my tutorial summon, so I just kind of got a freebie there. I'll play that game again at some point. It's been a really long time, but yeah, I said like their next major update, it's gonna come with like new bosses and stuff, so I'll probably try it then if nothing's going on in the other games that I'm playing. I have no idea what to give Martha here. I don't know if I actually want to do... I don't know if I need Medea at the end. It kind of depends on if Martha would live or not. Because you got to keep 100-Face alive. That's the shtick. Hell, maybe I do that. You know what? That probably is fine. And then you could just let Mash die if Joan of Arc does too much work. Because Joan of Arc doesn't have buff removal, so... I guess this, because the only thing I'd want her to do is make sure she's alive into one of the health bars to remove the buff. And if she doesn't accomplish... If she somehow, like, showed up, the thing's not there yet, and then she dies to an NP, that would just be atrocious, so... Probably the same for Medea as well, as strange as that is. Alright. Atlas is fine. Alright, it only took 3 hours, chat, to make a team that I don't absolutely hate. It would be so easy if I just didn't have to use the support system. David, not David, by the way. Because he only remembers a bit of each day. I'm not even kidding. That's the reason his name is that. Also, I think he's the boringest fucking cryptor out of all of them. I mean that. He's my least favorite cryptor. He's fucking lame. Like, the story around him is pretty interesting, like with Ort and everything, but he's lame. I don't know why anyone likes him. He has no fucking character. He's boring. Like, Kadok is actually the best. Well, I know Wadim is probably the best. Yeah, Wadim's the best, then Kadok, then Pepe. Although Pepe might be better than Kadok, I don't know, they're both pretty great. Wait a minute. I like David more than, what's her name, Ophelia? I didn't really care about her. She was pretty lame. But yeah, Wadim's the best. He's absolutely the best. The Kadok and Pepe are both great. Yu's fine. And then Beryl, although I don't really like him, is a good enough character, and he obviously adds to the story, and people play off of him fine, and the voice actor does good, etc., etc. Right? I don't like him, though, but he's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the character. But, yeah, Ophelia and David, man, I don't care for either of them. Alrighty, how the fuck does this fight work again? I remember he removes your buffs. Oh yeah, that's why I used Asterios, because Asterios debuffs instead of buffs, so he doesn't get around that. Yeah, honestly, the lower star setup of this is probably better. We're just gonna have to rely on 100 face being 100, I think. Do I just NP turn 1, or is that too much? Nah, we'll do it. Besides, we got this. Oh. Right, that's the thing. That's like the main gimmick. Excuse me, I had forgotten about that. No first skill for 100 face then. I'll just do the one art card, get a little bit of NP gain on. Going to art here. I will give Ophelia this. At least she's like smart enough to like, she figures out some of the stuff that's going on way in advance. Right? And that's kind of cool. But she just has no screen time and she's just kind of boring and her plot has nothing to do with anything ultimately. It's not that great. Like, I don't know, maybe if the cryptors get to live when the timeline's restored, maybe we'll use Ophelia again and it can expand on her character more. And maybe it should be fine then. I'm kind of mid to GSK, but I'm much better than I was, and it's not been that bad. Like, I'm not exaggerating. COVID has been easier for me to handle than like the cold. But some of that is because apparently people with bad allergies frequently don't really get COVID that bad. It's actually very common. But yeah, it's not been too bad. I don't know how to, like, Barrel's weird because you're not really supposed to like him, right? He's designed to be a character you love to hate, right? He's made for that. But that's ultimately kind of a good character for the story, right? So, yeah, it's hard to evaluate that one. I don't think you can stun this guy, but I'll just throw it out and find out. Yeah, I didn't think so. Either that or his debuff thing actually stops it. But I don't think he's a servant, so there's no reason for it to work. But yeah, Kadok started off really low, in my opinion, and then he got way better as time went on. Yeah, it's kind of weird, like Pyro said, because so Kadok, you know, he got a lot more screen time in the prologue. Well, I don't know about more screen time, but like very connected screen time to what comes in Lostbelt 1, right? So Kadok had like some foundation laid there, and then you really get into the meat of it in Lostbelt 1, and he's a bitch. I mean, let's be honest, you know, Kadok is kind of a envious shit with not a lot of life experience, right? Like, I mean, he's a shit. And normally that would make him a big negative, and at first he was. Kadok was at the bottom of my list at the start, but you know what's awesome is when a character is a shit, but it's a shit in a way that's believable in how a lot of people are in real life, and then starts becoming better, and then also based on things that actually happen in the story, not just arbitrarily the writer decides to make them suddenly have a redemption arc, right? It actually makes sense, right? That's awesome! So, like, actually, Kadok is pretty high on my list of, like, OCs, right? They're not servants or, like, you know, historical figures or whatever, right? And that counts some servants like Kiara and whatnot, but, like, the OC cast out there, Kadok is very high in my book because he gets screen time, he's fleshed out well, he's believable, he's relatable, you know, he's based on things that humans actually do. But Wadim is still the best. Wadim is my favorite of the cryptors anyway, but yeah, Kadok is pretty great. And then, like, Pepe doesn't have maybe as much development and all that kind of stuff, but he's kind of more likable from the get-go. You know, he's just like, honestly, I didn't think I'd like Pepe at all. I thought I would actually dislike him a lot, because I thought he was going to be a very typical, overly flamboyant character, and a lot of times when Japan makes characters like that, they suck. But they didn't do that. You know, yeah, he's a flamboyant character, but it's just part of his character, and it's actually reasonable. And there are some people in the world that are flamboyant, and there's way more to him than just that. And yeah, he was done really well, actually. I thought he was really good. But yeah, I initially didn't like him in the slightest, and I was really worried he was just going to be a really shallow character. But you know, he was fine. He was totally fine. But yeah, Wadim is the best one. Yeah, right. David is either my least favorite or tied for my least favorite or around there. He's nothing interesting about him. The story around him is fine, but that's no credit to him. So, okay, I kind of want to use Joan of Arc's NP just to get rid of this debuff because it's actually awful. Even though this is not a particularly good time to use Joan of Arc's NP, but yeah, I think I'm going to actually. Do I want to do 100 Faces stuff just for the damage? Not particularly, no. Maybe the first skill, just because I'm gonna have to take this pretty slow with this setup. This is not a gas setup. I mean, anytime you have Joan of Arc and Mash on your front line, probably not a gas setup. I want to do both of these art cards, but I think I should do Joan of Arc. That sucks. Oh, I hate that. I want to do 100 Faces because she loops and all, but it's important that we survive. And it's not even that we survive, it's Joan of Arc is debuff clear, and we need that a lot. Oh, chat, we're not in for a good time. We're really not. We probably shouldn't even have Mash on the team, but yeah, I just realized what we're in for here. I mean, 100 Face is grailed at least, but she need to be 120, I think, to make this a reasonable speed. That 30% gain is pretty nice, though. Oh no, because like, I can't even do 100 Face. Oh god, what have I done? Woo, boy! Oh, well, I didn't think this one through. That Mash should have been like a more you in the middle kind of support. Like, can do some damage, but then like, you know, does some support for the team. Like, you know, even Bedivere might have worked with his one defense up. That might have been good enough. Or even Martha, right? Put Martha on the front, I don't know. Okay, I would like the Joan of Arc NP, but he's gonna NP soon. We just gotta prioritize getting Mash's NP. I think we'll be fine, because she gets her first skill again. Chat, imagine 100 Face getting to NP often. Yeah, who's it? Oh god, you know Geronimo actually wouldn't be terrible just because he does do kind of okay damage and he heals every time he NPs, but I think there's better options than that. 100 Face NP gain? Please? I don't have Mash's NP, but I'm not sure I need it. I could do the invulnerability and get it, but I'm gonna be cocky and be like, I don't need it, it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, now we probably get our NP from just all the like damage we're gonna take. But yeah, now we can work it in. What we gotta look out for is the buff removal on the first break bar. I didn't do too much. I really should put his NP in slow-mo. I've actually never seen it in slow-mo. Kind of hard to tell exactly what he's doing. He like makes a sword out of his mouth or something. Chat. Do you know what the correct play is here, chat? It's Joan of Arc NP, and then Joan of Arc art. But I don't think I have the will. I'm not strong enough, chat. I think, okay. Obviously not a good time to evade, but I'm doing it just because I want to kill faster. That's the whole shtick here. I could try gas, and you just use Joan of Arc when you happen to have it, but because the way the like buff removal works, you want to be topped off when you go through, especially if you don't have debuffs or whatnot. You could use Jufu, but you'd only save one unit, so. got the NP down. That's a really annoying one. You know what would be cool is Joan of Arc with some kind of craft essence that gives you debuff resistance and maybe NP gain up. I don't know if that exists, but it might. And then you have Hans with his Bond CE, and then her ruler passive with high debuff resistance. And she'd basically never get any of the debuffs, which would be really helpful. I'm gonna put... nah, I'll do it like that. The 100 face can get rid of a debuff, but she'll get rid of a dot instead of the NP gain down, unfortunately. This is so much slower than what I did on my main, and I'm using a stronger 100 face, which doesn't even make sense. You know, I bet you Joan of Arc can solo this boss. Actually, I'm quite sure she can. I can't think of any reason why she couldn't. She might have to be upgraded pretty nice, like maybe a high NP rank to get the high defense up. But, yeah, you NP so often when soloing with Joan of Arc that yeah, I'm quite confident she could do that. You're gonna pay for it, though, with your soul, but this is definitely the kind of boss that she could handle. He just never does enough damage to really threaten you. And when she's in a solo, she's just going to NP over and over and over, so she's going to clear the debuffs over and over and over. Because the debuffs are the threat, that's the way the fight works. Oh my god, why am I doing this combo right now? Yeah, this is going to be a while. I don't even know how this account would fix this, though, because it doesn't have... I mean, it's MASH. MASH needs to be something different. Like, it needs to be way more. The thing is, MASH has to be a friend support. You have no choice. So that makes it kind of difficult for me to bring something I'd actually want to bring. But yeah, you'd want MASH. I mean, fuck, you could just do Castoria, because then you could have 100 phase NP harder, while also still having survivability and whatnot. But yeah, I don't ever use Castoria, so it's not happening. But that would be a way to, like, make 100 phase do a lot of damage. Okay, I want to break next turn. That is definitely ideal. And then I want to be able to NP with Joan of Arc the turn right after. And then MASH needs to be able to first kill. I might need to get rid of that though. Fuck, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to break here because of the NP gain down. Oh my god, that means I need to wait. I need to wait for him to NP. Oh my god. Yeah, because if I break and I lose my buffs, then the NPs will lose. So now I have to intentionally stall even longer. Oh, I'm so happy right now, chat. Oh god. I mean, I'll say this, it's effective. I'm not scared of dying right now. Right, I'm not concerned for my life. Oh right, I forgot about that. After the first 3 turns, he loses the damage resist. I totally forgot about that. That's like a whole shtick here. You know, maybe I should have done Mash's 3rd skill earlier, because now I'm a little worried that we're gonna take a fuckload of damage. Well, I can do this. Yeah, we'll see. That might have been a mistake. Because I don't think I'll die, but... oh yeah, you can sure hit. But I want to have more health than that when I break the bar. Because you have to tank 1 turn completely vanilla. Well, if I'm going to remove my buffs anyways, I might as well heal. And then we definitely want to get the crit down. That's huge. Do I have confidence Joan of Arc would get her NP from just being attacked? Yeah. Kind of weird that I'm NPing on 33k, but I need the crit down. The thing is, Jonah Arc really doesn't need a buff. She's a great character. I mean, this isn't even her fault. I mean, it's a little bit of her fault, but it's mainly Mash and Jonah Arc together. It's unnecessary. But anyway, yeah, she's pretty damn good as things are. Now, I don't know how we're gonna get Martha on the field, to be honest. I'm not sure how we're accomplishing that one at this point. Alright, well, because it might look like we're in trouble, but we're really not. Really, I don't think Jonah Arc's first skill is even remotely a problem. I actually think that's one of her best skills because stars per turn is great, super powerful, and it does something if you're not fighting a servant. Where the third skill only does something if you're fighting a servant. So I actually think it's the one that needs a buff the most. Like, having a skill that does nothing a lot of the time is not a fun thing. Never mind effectiveness, it's just not fun. Where, I mean, stars per turn, it's like, hey, we crit more, right? That's nice. The third skill's not necessarily bad, because if you are it's actually godly if you're fighting a servant, because Joan of Arc is so good, having one turn where the boss doesn't do anything really helps you get her NP and that kind of stuff, which is like exactly what she needs, right? But it's just not reliable, so, you know what? We probably need to do that. Needs to get bounced back pretty quick here. Might be an okay time to use mashes and vulnerability as well, but I think we can still wait. But yeah, we need to get another Joan of Arc NP here to get rid of that debuff and catch up on health. Because here's the thing about Joan of Arc's third skill, it actually has way over 100% stun chance. So even some of those bosses that have like crazy high debuff resistance and stuff, she can still get them, and that's really good. But the fact that it does literally nothing if they're not a servant, that's just silly. But stuns are actually crazy powerful. They're a big deal, especially when you're not doing a bunch of OP bullshit stuff on your team. Okay, Mash is just going a million turns without getting her stuff, which is not ideal. I almost want to do Atlas on Mash. So we just have something to kind of hold us over here. Sucks doing that when you're skilled on one turn, but oh fuck. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I can't count. Well, that's a problem. I mean, if Mash dies, it'd actually be good, but then I should have given the invulnerability to somebody else. Yeah, actually, Mash dying would have really been good, because then Martha would have come in. Yeah, what I should have done was invulnerability to Joan of Arc. Because, yeah, Mash dying is actually a good thing. And Mash would have been easy to kill because she had the dots on her, or Joan of Arc didn't. And it's not like I can let Mash die here now, because I've got to use Joan of Arc's NP if I like it or not, so... Yeah, we kind of fucked that one up and just completely wasted our cooldown reduction, so... That was bad. That was insanely bad. And Sidica, thank you for the 9 months, dude. I appreciate it. Oh, and Arcana, thanks. Arcana 7, thanks for the 1 year. Long time. Yeah, it's not that Joan of Arc is bad. It's definitely just not, a lot of her skills aren't that interesting to use, so. But her NP is so busted. Why she doesn't really need buff, but yeah, making it more fun is always a good thing. Boy, I really screwed up. We actually might lose because of that screw up, because like I need to use the Atlas on one of them here. That'd have been way better. I think if Mash dies, that's a good thing. I'm gonna taunt, that way if she dies, the boss doesn't attack. It just sucks having Mash die when I wasted Atlas on her, and we're never gonna like get her NP again and stuff. That's not ideal. Yeah, I just screwed up with my Mr. Code really hard there. I'm not sure I can run this back, actually. That's a pretty big value dip. Yep. That sucks. Yeah, I just totally messed up. Sucks too because that was 18 turns of nothing just for me to make a silly mistake that makes me lose the entire thing. Man, I need to not have Mash on the team, but I don't know what to replace her with, because anything else I could reliably summon from the friends list is just either way too helpful or not helpful enough, and I don't see what I could... There's really no way to rectify that. Dude, look how long it takes to just reset one time. It's so silly. Double Joan of Arc. You actually can do that. That would be cancer, though. Because the problem is, any unit that would, like, speed things up is something like Castoria, and I don't want to use that. And it's like, Mash is not that good here, but it's like the only thing I can summon that fits my criteria of being, like, not useless, but not a carry either. God, I love how you can't just click a button to just refresh your login. Like that would just be, that'd be too easy. Could try, I don't know, Zhu Fu or something. Just Zhu Fu's so front-loaded, then she doesn't do anything. I mean, you crit a lot. Like, she'll make you crit constantly. And, you could, I mean, I could do a Asclepius in the front just because, I mean, that doesn't help with damage, though, but you do get rid of the debuffs really, really well like that. An NP gain. It'd be nice to have just NP gain for Joan of Arc. That would help a lot. The thing is, I think Asterios is better than Joan of Arc here, because Asterios was perfect because he gets you through the first health bar and the buff removal, and then you can let him die, so then you can bring in buff clear, right? It's great. Where, like, Joan of Arc doesn't let you do that. And then, Joan of Arc is so good, though, that you could just not bring Mash, but I can't do that because this game is garbage, and you're just not allowed. I guess I just need to try to... bring that for the attack up. Tristan would be okay, but it is... There's no way to use Tristan here. I feel like the support has to be right. Like, if you're gonna use Tristan, you use Tristan right here. Like, and your support has to be in the front slot. You have no control over it. And Tristan's pretty bad here, though, because the boss is like Guadia. Like, he won't do any damage and he'll take a lot. Like, his toolkit's great because he's got the two things you want, which is debuff clear and buff removal. And even crit down, because you want crit down as well. But yeah, it's counterclassing him, so he's pretty bad. But yeah, if you could put him in the front row, or not in the front row, it wouldn't be that bad, but there'd be no reason to use him over Martha. But you can't. You're not allowed. I don't know why. It's like, it's your friend unit, and for some reason they have to be in the front row. And it's not even a story thing. It's just the devs not knowing how to make the stupid UI work with their little new screen for the... I don't know what to call it. Just the dumbass thing that lets you use your unit instead of the story support if you want to, and for some reason that just breaks everything. I really don't like this guy's gimmick though, because it doesn't really make the stage harder. It really doesn't. Like, it rarely is it gonna make a setup not work that you have to cast 2 things at a time. It just means it's so much slower. Like, it's a unique idea, but I don't think... And another thing I don't like about it is if you're limiting a team on the amount of buffs they can cast per turn, you know who that favors? The units that have stronger buffs. So if you only cast 2 buffs, you get more mileage out of it. You know what that is? That's the meta units. So you're just making the meta units more meta. And you're making the non-meta units less meta. I don't particularly like that. I like the other gimmicks in the fight though, like the break bar counter thing and all that. That's fine. I have an issue with any of that, but the rest of it's kind of ass in my opinion. Because like it does not make the fight harder. It just makes it slower. Like what makes the fight harder is like the buff removal and the sure hit, and like that's the meaningful stuff. Dude, I can't express how frustrating it is having to use the support system. And like what most people do is they just summon something really strong, but like I just fundamentally don't want to play the game that way. If I had to always summon something really strong from the support list, I just wouldn't play the game. And then it's like, I don't want to summon something useless either, because then half the time you can't win. And it's like, I hate that so fucking much. Like, I just wish you could use your units, and that's it. And then you get, because like, it's not just that I don't have to use my unit, it's like, in this fight, it's because they have to be in the front row. It's like, that just messes up your ability to like, fight the boss in the way that you wish to, like, so much. So you can have a perfectly good boss fight, just go to absolute waste because of this, things like this. And FGO is the only game I even know of that does crap like this. Like, support lists are really common, but they don't have... every game I can think of that has one doesn't make you use it. You've been able to use MASH this entire time. I have no idea why so many people cannot grasp the concept. Like, you can use any unit at any time because of the support system. MASH is not a exception to this, and she never has been. This is so boring on this account though. I mean, honestly, I might just copy what I did on my main because it's just better. Like, Asterios, I think, is better than... It's not that he's better than Joan of Arc, it's just that Joan of Arc doesn't... It's just unnecessary. You do not need this much survivability, where Asterios lets you just go and get it over with. But this is like so slow that if you make a mistake, it takes so long to get back to where you were, and it's not ideal. What I wish I could just do is just not bring fucking anything in this slot and just use one of my units, because then I would just bring a fucking damage dealer and we wouldn't have a problem here. Hi, 了解. Hi. 押し切ります. It's not my least favorite fight. I actually like the fight. I don't really like the gimmick though with the 2 buff things, because it's not a hard fight. That doesn't make the fight hard. It doesn't. It just makes it really slow. I'm not a fan of that. But every other thing in the fight I actually kind of enjoy. It's not a favorite fight of mine by any means. Not even close. But what I don't like is this, the way they force you to, like, I don't know what they're fucking thinking with this crap, dude. It's just, and again, most people, it won't even faze them. They'll just summon Castoria here, or Merlin, or Veach, or whatever. They'll just do that. But I never play the game with those units, and I'm not gonna start now. But now I just have to either bring something useless or overpowered, and it's just, I cannot stand that. Like, I don't get why they did this, let alone made you have to put it in the front row. And I mean this, I don't think they intended it. I just don't think they know how to make their new UI, like their stupid little pop-up thing work, and like they don't have a system to let you move like that unit around, and that's like the whole fucking problem. And so you can summon your friends, you know, level 1 Hans, and for some reason he has to be in the front row. It's like, what the fuck? It's your friend unit. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, it is so weird. Like, it's just so fucking weird. I mean, you don't have to stall, like, you very much can, but you kind of have to stall, like, if you're playing the game the way I do, right? Like, I'm not going to bring the stuff that would allow you to go fast, but you can actually go pretty quick if you bring some of the stronger supports and stuff. Like, you can't go as quick maybe as normal, but you can still go decently fast. What? I thought he only had insta-death if you had the debuff. Like, I thought he only had insta-death if you've got the buff 6 chance debuff. Is it the NP gain down? What? I don't remember that at all. Is it the NP gain down? Because if it's the NP gain, I'm confused. I don't think I've ever seen him insta-death if you don't have the buff success chance down before. Am I missing something? Maybe his insta-death chance is just all the time. I didn't think it was. Maybe it's just really low or something. You know what it might be? He might only have insta-death on his normal attack. Dude, fuck off with this. I mean, literally just fuck off with this. I don't want to do your stupid, like, its whole thing is because of this. This is the whole reason everything's fucked up, is because they want to give you the option of using your units instead of the story support unit. But then you also are just allowed to summon any unit. It's like, what? I mean, if you can summon anything from your friend, what's the point? Like, why, like, literally, why can't you just use any of your units instead? Right, like, it doesn't make any sense. And, like, I'm quite sure they did not think of this, right? The point I just made is completely valid, and they haven't even thought of it. I am so confused, though, why I just got insta-killed, because my only guess is the insta-kill that I'm thinking of is only for his normal attacks. And then his NP just always insta-kills. Which means I should bring, like, guts or something, but, I mean, the odds are probably pretty bad. I'm confused, though, because I fought this guy a lot, and that never happened. God, I hate that I'm summoning Mash. She's so fucking bad here. It's just that I'm not going to be happy if I summon some, like, really strong unit, and it's going to be impossible if I summon some shitty unit, so it's like I don't really have a choice here. I can't think of another unit that would, like, be lukewarm, essentially. I'm so confused. Like, does anyone have Atlas DB up? Like, I'm really confused as to why I got insta-killed there. Wonder if Joan of Arc has a really high death rate because she got executed and all that. It's 21%. Yeah, I guess when you have the buff success chance down, all of his auto attacks can insta-death, but his NP just always can insta-death. I'm gonna have to use something better then. This just isn't gonna work. I don't know what to do though. It's like I always hate playing my ult account. This happens every time I play my ult account. I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place. I either have to use stuff that fundamentally doesn't work, or I have to summon stuff that's OP that I don't want to use. It's like it happens every fucking time. 30% chance. So that's really unlucky then, because he has to roll a 30% chance, and then he has to roll a 21% chance. So the odds are atrocious. Like, it's very unlikely to happen. But if you're going really slow, which we are, he's going to NP so many times that it's just going to happen. We're just gonna have to break this first health bar faster. We'll have to do the thing where you lose. Oh, you know what? I should bring a more damagey CE then. I should do like Black Grail or whatever, because we have so much survivability. That's not gonna be a problem. And I need to just do a lot of damage then when his shield goes down. So there's no reason to have starting NP, because I'm not gonna NP until at least 3 turns have gone by. So yeah, starting NP is pointless. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. At least the teams, when I was doing this with my main account, every time I'd reset, the team would be deleted, and I had to do it over again. I think they patched it, and it's better now, but oh my god, I was losing my fucking mind. Like, I had to set the craft essences every time and pick the units out every fucking time. I was just so mad. By the way, this intro has no sound effects, normally. Like, it's not just because I have the music off, that intro just doesn't have sound effects. Which actually makes it really lame. They've done that a lot, actually. Sound effects are like the exception, not the rule when it comes to their special intros. Like, the special intro for Limbo, and his, like, tree form, that had no sound effects. Terrible. That one might have like some light sound effects, but not much. Yep, the best intros are probably 5-2. Those were done really well, but Shimosa was fine too because they had the announcer. I don't think those had much in the way of sound effects either, but the announcer kind of made up for that. 6 had slight sound effects, not a lot, but they had some slight sound effects. But yeah, there's been a bunch where there's none, that you can't skip them and stuff. It's terrible. Let's see. Still got a bit on that. I will say though, Black Grail, when the boss already got to you, can be bad, but I shouldn't be as big of an issue. So, next turn. Wait a minute, I think that only lasts one turn. Oh my god, it does. I forgot. What have I done, motherfucker? Oh my god, what the hell, dude? Yeah, I just forgot. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know why I was thinking it was 3 turns. It's because of the other debuff that is 3 turns, and I haven't used her in so long, it just slipped my mind. And we want to go fast, so that's a big mistake. Let's see, how big of a mistake was that? That was... Doesn't really tell you which one is the 20 and the 30. I think that was 20%. Which actually isn't too bad if that's the case. Or the other one is the 30. Either way, not ideal. Just doing it for the battery. Will this do enough damage to impress me at all? Let's find out. An extra 20% wouldn't have hurt, but take what I can here. Oh my god. Chat, are you kidding me? No. No. So if I had not messed up the defense down, I would have broken right there. Oh joy. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. I mean, I deserve that. That's user error, right? So, I mean, that's deserved, but it sucks. Surely that'll do 11k. So here comes the damage. Really need to get mashes in P here, I think. Okay, there it is. Okay, we need to be more gas-oriented. What is Joan of Arc's overcharge? Let's see. I think it's heal? It is. That's probably the one to go with then. Although, if she NPs before 100 face, you get rid of the attack down. Well, that convinces me. Because then you get rid of, you get an attack up and you get rid of the attack down. That's pretty nice. I mean, the meta mindset of EVCO would only change if the game changed. It's human nature. If you don't have like a challenge tower or a roguelike or a boss rush, or you know, if you don't have those kinds of things to be like the status icon, if you will, it's always going to be the farming, because I mean, what, they don't have anything else to do. I mean, how could that not be the meta mindset, right? Because they don't have anything else to do. You know, it's human nature to try to show off and try to feel special or elite or whatever. And the only thing to do that in is farming, really, and then an occasional challenge quest, so... But it's not like the mindset to, like, try to min-max. That's never gonna change. Is it worth it to get rid of this? Yeah, I think it is. That's pretty terrible on her. Like, I don't really care on the other two, but, I think I save Mash the skill here. I think we can weather a turn. Really, Mash is just not that necessary. What you need is stuff to help get rid of the debuffs. Like, that really is what gets you here. Although I might as well cast it now, really. Because of the gimmick. Thought clear is nice though. Definitely provides you a lot of survivability here. Yeah, if you don't have the NP gain, it is hard to sync up your damage with the shield going away. I'd love to make those stars, but I don't have time for it here. Hunter Face getting her NP for once is the most important, I think. It's nice to get everybody's though. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Ooh, god, that dot's getting nasty. This is why normally I let Asterios die and have Asclepius come in, because he gives you the anti-debuff, the debuff resistance, the debuff immunity. It's a lot of stuff there. I was kind of expecting Joan of Arc to do a little bit more for me than this, but not too bad. Land the art up, please. Very good. Wait, he still has the damage resist. I can't count. Oh no, he just reapplied it. Motherfucker. Well, fuck it. I'm going in anyway. Okay, this time I think Jonah Arc goes last. And math. How about the maths? Thank you for the 5 months. Apparently I can't do math because some of the mistakes I've made today, but Red Guts is a break bar guts instead of a regular. It'll prevent the break bar from blowing up. Also, it you can't target switch it. You can't like attack, proc guts, and NP, and hit after guts like you normally can. It doesn't work that way. It's because the bar isn't technically broken until the turn is over, so the timing just doesn't work. I don't think it's even intentional on their part. I really do think it's just the oddities in the timing like that. That's why buff removal is really good here, because he actually has multiple stacks of it. But I don't know how to cycle a unit right now because this team. So I don't have a buff remover, unfortunately. I got Martha in the back row, but good luck getting that out right now. Like either no one dies or everyone does, and that's not great. Also, I need more generic buff clears so I can get rid of that NP. I have them, but I'm too lazy to equip them. But yeah, getting rid of that NP down is really helpful. That's why cycling is actually good here though, because you can bring in Asclepius. So if you get an emergency, like oh shit, this is really bad, having the dot here, you can do something about it. Wouldn't mind healing, but I really would only want to do it if Jonah Arc had her NP, which I could do the invulnerability to get, but what do I do? Let's see. I could do that, and then I could let someone die. I'm kind. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm going to do it because I'd rather not be here until the second coming. So, oh Jesus, this is such a bad play. But yeah, I'm going to try to escalate. Wait. No, if I do that, then 2 units could die. But I'd only would want 1 unit to die. Fuck. What I needed was Joan of Arc to just get her NP right there. That's what I needed. Okay, well, Hunter Face needs to do something. Get rid of as many dots as possible. Why do I have no command code on this card? That could be a dot clear command code. What have I done? God damn it, game. I must have switched it off of her and onto MASH or something without noticing. Yeah, getting rid of 2 when you're this pushed on health would actually be nice. Because right now, the only unit I could kill off early is 100 face, which is the only unit that we can't have die, so... doesn't really work. The evade doesn't do anything, because, like, what are you even talking about? That has nothing to do with anything. Like, using 100 face evade there has nothing to do with the problem. All those dots that removes. How would I kill Mash here? Mash should be very difficult to kill because I wouldn't want her to die without using her first skill, but with the first skill she's probably gonna live. But like, I could, you know, I could have invulnerability'd one of them and then Mysticode the other one and then just let Mash die. And maybe that would, you know, maybe I should have done that because I tell you, if like Joan of Arc gets insta-killed here, it's gonna be a whole problem, but, oh well. Let's see, I guess we overcharged Joan of Arc. And, yeah, if Joan of Arc just, if she gets insta-killed here, I'm probably just gonna save scum because I'm just gonna keep doing the same strategy until she doesn't get insta-killed because, yeah, this, I don't know, this account might want to just use Asterios like my main. I didn't even realize how good that was. I mean, I knew it was good, but I didn't realize it was like that good, right? I knew it was good for budget, right? I knew Asterios was like the pick for budget. Although, honestly, we're still being pretty budget. This account doesn't have, you know, a lot of non-budget options. But honestly, I like Asterios here more than Joan of Arc just because oh my god, fuck this game. But, normally I would not save scum like this in an actual boss fight, but, I mean, it's just RNG. I'm not gonna just reset the fight and do everything the exact same way until insta-death doesn't proc on a bet. Like, that's just stupid. But anyway, yeah, this account doesn't have actually any units that are better than Asterios for this fight. Like, it just doesn't. Yeah, almost never would I save scum, but like seriously, I wouldn't change anything. I would just get back to this exact same spot, and then until the RNG lines up. So I'm not doing that shit. That's stupid. Man, this is so scummy because you would never cast this here. It's so scummy. Oh, we cheating, boys. Oh, we getting dirty right there. If he insta-kills Mash, I'm happy. That'd be great. I could like Chen Gong Mash, I'd be doing that. Fuck. I mean, odds are he's not gonna insta-death anybody, but you know, if he's gonna do it, Mash would be the one. Cause see, now I can't remove the thing, and he's gonna come back with 45k health, and he comes back again with 45k health. I mean, it can take a long time if you don't remove it, so not ideal. Right, yeah, this no command code thing is unfortunate. Watch this Joan of Arc Buster card NP game. Seriously, if I could just kill Mash, like if her NP here would sacrifice her, I would so do it. That'd be super good. But I just don't have a way to kill Mash and not somebody else. That doesn't really work out. Oh, I did not want to see. Did we just break with the dog? What happened there? Anyway, I did not want to see the NP game down right there. That was bad. Yeah, anybody with a... Because this doesn't come up very often. So, like, if you have a cooldown that removes a debuff that keeps popping up every few turns, you can pretty much deal with that. But no one on the team removes debuffs other than Joan of Arc, but she removes it with her NP, which is the thing that it stops. So, yeah, you'd want a skill that, that does it. Well, Merlin gets past it. So we'll get the NP anyway. As we slowly beat this boss to death. Really good Jonah Arc NP on this one. I'm actually going to do this now because I want the defense down to try to break with normal cards. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. And I might as well do this too and try to get the art up, which of course is the only buff I didn't get. That sucks, because we'd have attack up, double defense down, and then art up. That might do it. Though we have no buster card bonus, so that's a pretty big, you know, hit. Maybe if she crits, I don't know if we even had crit chance, but nope, no crit chance. Hey look, she would have done it if we had art up! Oh joy! I'm just loving my gameplay experience right now. I'm like an 80%. At least she's giving us crit down reliably, because that is really important. Although, am I going to NP to do crit down on 1k health? I don't think I'm that desperate. Let's see. Do that. I cannot man, now I've got 2 debuff buff clearers in my back row when there's only 1 buff to remove now because we've just muscled that one, so that's completely pointless. I think we put Medea back there. For now it could just be a DPS because Hunterface could die, so having a backup DPS would be way better. Might be able to get Mash killed here. It depends. I don't think I need to taunt with Mash. You know what? I might cooldown reduction 100 face to have her heal. Because we didn't get the art up, so... Wait, no, I can't do that because we'd be at 3 actions. Fuck. Well. Guess, am I gonna NP 45k? Probably because I really want the... Sorry, that's a good... It makes some NP charge. That's a good time for that. But I want the crit down. Yeah, holy shit though. I should just cut Medea and bring it back up DPS. That way if Hunterface gets insta-killed, we don't lose. And clearly, we're not going to get any value out of double buff removal because we're not able to cycle. Because no one's dying. Yeah, if Hunterface gets insta-death, we have to use St. Martha as the damage dealer, and that is not a pleasant experience, because I think she's NP1, and she's AoE. She does, you know, counterclass, so, you know, there's that, but, yeah, you really want a single target damage dealer instead. I mean, obviously I want to stream Epic 7, but, you know, COVID kind of makes that not a thing, especially with Lostbelt 7. Honestly, I don't have to keep up with Lostbelt 7 at this point. I can just stream it later. Why can't you just, you know, kill Mash, right? Just do that real quick. Yeah, holy shit though, this setup would be so much better if I just had a backup DPS. That way if Hunterface died, it wouldn't be a big deal. And I can weather it because, again, we only need 1 buff removal, so... How the fuck am I getting rid of this, though? Because we still haven't cycled a unit, by the way. Oh, boy. Yeah, I feel like Hunterface is going to be the first to die because of Black Grail, ironically. What do... I like how Jono Arc has the generic debuff clear, but she doesn't have the NP gain down, so it's not necessary. The only thing I could really think of is you don't bring dot clears on Mash, and like you try to get Mash killed with dots. That's like the only thing I can think of. But yeah, the fix is just having a second DPS in the back, though. That way, if Mash lives forever, it's okay. Obviously not like the best, but like it doesn't screw you over. I can have Jonah Arc in P right now to get rid of the debuffs. I have to kind of waste the invulnerability though. And this sucks. I'd be like totally set to win if I just had a DPS in the back. Because then, like, no matter what happens, I think I'd have enough value to clean up. But that is not the situation we're in right now. Yeah, I think I gotta make Jonah Arc NP. I think we gotta get rid of those debuffs now. Sucks to invulnerability on top of invulnerability like that, but yeah, it happens. Damn, I think I gotta do the Jonah Arc chain as well. Because she needs to NP again before the boss does. Wait, that's not gonna happen. I think we just lose because I think we just have to have a DPS in the back if it plays out this way. Obviously, if things had gone differently earlier, like Nash getting insta-killed, it'd be different, but yeah, I need another damage healing. Yeah, my back row is 3 supports, so... I think what's going to happen is he's just going to NP too quickly and we'll just die to that eventually. Let's see. Jonah Arc will get her NP in time. It's just, you know, damage mod check, and then we can get insta-killed at any time. We might be able to phase tank this NP though. We're gonna have a lot of defense ups. I really don't want people trying to like pressure me into streaming right now. It's like, you know, I have Lostbelt 7 to deal with, and I got COVID, right? It's like I'm just now starting to feel better. So like, the last thing I want is people bugging me to stream every game under the sun right now. Okay. I don't know, it'd be nice to not Jonah Arc NP here, and I could have invulnerability'd someone. You know what, I probably should have done that. It's too late now because I'm already at 2. But yeah, I feel like that's what I should have done. Okay. Well, fuck, this sucks because, yeah, I mean, like, if I get insta-death, this is that. There's just no damage. Like, Medea's gonna hit, like, 20k. And, Martha's gonna hit, like, 20k, so they're not gonna do nothing. Just, don't insta-kill 100-face. Smile. Well, at least there's that. That was nerve-wracking. Still don't have Mash dead, and I don't see that happening anytime soon, but, we're not dead yet. I think I need to get rid of this on 100 face so she actually can gain NP. I can't help but notice that, like, Joan of Arc has the good command codes for dealing with the debuffs, and she has the least problem with the debuffs because she's a ruler and she has a lot of debuff resistance. So I didn't really think that one through. And one of 100 Face's cards just doesn't have an anti-dot on it because I actually moved it. I actually think the play is you don't give Mash dot clear command code. And you try to get her killed with dots over time, and then you give all the dot clear stuff to 100 Face. So that's where you get like the health difference. Man, you couldn't have hit me one more time there. If someone would just die and I could get rid of the guts, we'd be totally safe. At least this is a normal guts though, so it you can like target switch it and do more in one turn. So it's a bit easier to deal with. But it's a multi-prot guts as well. If Hunter Face MPs again though, he'll be low enough that actually Medea probably could clean up. That's a very bizarre sentence, but if we just get like one more hit in, I think we're good. Especially if we can get Jonah Arc second skill. Okay, not quite. Yeah, this should seal the deal. I think we win right here. Like after this, no matter what happens, I think we got it. Like he can triple insta-kill me and I think we're fine. The only way we would, well, I don't know about that. We are using a cursed, man, I almost just said it because you don't understand how much my brain just like looped around on itself to almost make me say Knit, C, and then another letter. I don't even know how to explain that, but anyway, because with me saying like a cursed CE, I was like, wait a minute, I actually like Knit as a character, right? So I could just call it the Knit thing instead, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's the whole thing that we're not supposed to say, excuse me. But yeah, all of our units like in the back have that, so they're not going to do any damage, but let's see. I think we're just going to die on this turn. Do I save 100 Face? Do I give her invulnerability and just hope I don't get insta-death? I think so. And if she does get insta-death, then fuck this game. I never liked it to begin with. What's the most damage? Probably that. Yeah, ideally, 100 Face doesn't die here, because then you can remove the buffs and then have 100 Face obviously do 100k, but... Oh, now you insta-death mash! Really? It's like the one time I don't do any defense stuff, and she's gonna take a bunch of damage anyway. Now you do it. Thanks, game. It's, whatever. Anyway. This is gonna feel good, though. We get to just... yeet the guts. I guess we yeet the dots. Or do I evade? I think I might evade. Well, we have crit down. I'll yeet the dots. I feel like that's... Now, actually, I could do her thing and get the buff success chance down now because I don't need to cast any other buffs, but then he could randomly insta-death, so let's just not. Now, if 100 Face died, you would actually want to triple Martha art, because then Martha could NP, but surely we're not living in that bad of a timeline, right? Would have been another reason to evade, though. You could get the art up. One more thing. The Martha's got 100% debuff resistance for 3 turns with her first skill. That's actually really good for this boss. Yeah, it's a shame that I just didn't have a good way to get Martha out. Martha would have made this fight so much smoother because she gives you more damage and then lots of utility that's really good in this fight. That was painful. That was so painful. Like, we had a lot of value left over, but it just took so many freaking turns. I don't know how many turns it took with my low star setup, but I'm pretty sure it was actually faster than this. But that's because I was actually cycling units, where this one we were just standing there forever, slowly wailing on them. Thank God that's over with. That was kind of miserable, and I also save scummed, but I would normally care, but I really don't here, all things considered.
Very good.
I need to watch this bit again. Actually, I don't think I ever watched this bit. That would explain why I wasn't 100% sure how he died. Because I didn't like start watching the cutscenes until I had COVID and I wasn't going to be streaming for a bit.
Emotional damage.
Oh yeah, I don't really get this whole bit. Like, I don't really get why she de-alters there, and then why he saves her just for her to basically kill him. It's kind of silly.
Hello.
Also, hi, Raven. I don't really get how it works, but like, I guess she like releases all of his souls, keeping him alive or whatever. I don't really get it. But, I mean, it is kind of doing him a favor, because I'm pretty sure he's been alive for so long, and he's like, he's just so fucking crazy. Is he dead now? Is that just what happened? Is he dead right there? Was like that black screen him dying? Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. I'm sure it's not unclear, I'm sure it's explained in the text, but... He doesn't have a beast number. He was created in this Lostbelt, so they don't like have a number system. He's just like a beast. And if he was gonna have one, it'd probably just be one, but yeah, he's just unique to this Lostbelt. Because he was created because of something that happened during the Lostbelt. Like, he's not normally a beast. Yeah, he's just blank. He's just a beast. I feel like we've explained this like 80 trillion times, but basically every human on the entire planet sacrifices themselves in a ritual, and it makes him unkillable, essentially. Even though he just died, but don't question it. But anyway, it just makes him unkillable, and so even though he's, you know, ludicrously outmatched by Ort, he just keeps coming back, and it takes like thousands of years or something like that. It might even be more. But eventually he's able to just like damage Ort in the same spot to just like steal his core, and then Ort goes back to sleep without it. And like when Ort wakes up, all he's pretty much doing is trying to get his core back. That's like the whole shtick. And you're trying to stop him because you kind of assume if he gets it back, you're completely boned. It's not really even endurance, it's more of just a hack ability that just happens to allow him to live forever. It's not like he's got a really high endurance stat and he never died, it was just he has the ability from that ritual from all the humans to not die. But it like made him go kind of crazy because, you know, all the humans that he was supposed to look after killed themselves, right? So it didn't really work out the way he wanted it to. Not really determination, it's more like insanity, honestly. Like, he pretty much just loses his mind because, kind of kill all humans to save all humans, which didn't really work out. Insanity normally is described as doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, which is what he does. And ironically, it eventually does give him a different result, but you know, that's because he was alive for so long. But yeah, he's kind of just gone nuts because of all the humans killing themselves. And like, it's not even logical that he's trying to stop you at this point in the story because he doesn't really have a goal against your goal, right? There's no real reason for him to kind of stop you. But yeah, he's kind of just lost it. And like, he thinks he's doing you a favor by killing you, essentially. Because he's like, a human can't deal with like all the stuff that you're gonna have to deal with, essentially. Because like, he wants to save pan-human history too. He's not like trying to doom them or anything, but he doesn't think like a human can handle it. Honestly, story-wise, my favorite Lostbelt is probably still Lostbelt 1. Although I like Lostbelt 7 a lot, just because all the orc stuff's really cool, and it's got a few good moments here and there. The thing is, it's not fully translated, so I don't really know, but as of right now, it's Lostbelt 1. Now, in terms of gameplay, Lostbelt 5 too, 100%. It's not even close. And if it's like overall like a mixture of gameplay and story and everything else, then it's still 5-2. He's not really Dino Shiki though. I mean, he's a different character that's just kind of got the same abilities. Because instead of, you know, the dinosaurs inherited the world instead of the humans, right? So. Oh my god, they're still making you do this. Now, we're about to go through a lot of filler. Or are we? Why are we fighting a foreigner right now? The fuck is a foreigner fight right now? Are we fighting Seeds? I don't remember I mean, they were in the story there, but I didn't think you fought Seeds here, but that's the only thing I can think of. Fuck it, we'll show off Nidochris. We'll use Zhufu, I think. It really isn't a nod to them, though. I really think people are messing this up. I mean, you know, along the way, they take the opportunity to make a nod, absolutely. But, like, it's not even weird, right? It's like, of course the Earth is still gonna pick something to try to make a type out of and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, it just makes sense. It'd actually be really weird if it didn't. Now, again, along the way, they are abso-fucking-lutely making nods, like, clearly, because, you know, he's got the glasses and stuff, you know, of course. But, yeah, if anything, I think it's Natsu kind of just taking the opportunity to explain how all that kind of stuff works. Because that's what he did, so. And, like, the Dino lady, which I don't know how to pronounce her name, she doesn't even act like Archewade, like, at all, and her name is not Archewade or anything. Where is, there she is. Oh yeah, and she's an alter ego, so that works perfectly. Mozart, maybe, another DPS. Hybrid would be fine. This account really doesn't have hybrids, though, I've noticed. Not much of a thing at the minute. You know what? We'll do the boring. Funny, I was unwilling to use him for the boss fight, but for trash, I don't give a shit. You know what? She's a damage dealer. It's fine. I would like 2030, but can I find it? Every time I see these two, I think they're 2030. I know I got one way down here, but it's not leveled up. And I've got one other one that's leveled up. Do I have like 5 stars off? Like what? Surely I would have just leveled it to 20. And there we go. But yeah, I think all the people memeing saying Dino Arc has made other people repeat it, and none of them actually understand it, and then now people actually think it's Arcoade as a dinosaur. I actually think that's most people right now on the internet. When it's not. At all. I still think they might use Arcoade at some point though. So we'll see. Hard to say, really. The reason why I feel like they will is because they didn't just add Arcoade like normal Arcoade, like they did with Fujino, right? So why do that if you're not, like, gonna use it? Although I guess they added Karen and some weird shit, they didn't really do that for anything important either, so... I think they still will use her, but I guess we'll see. Okay, just the FGO specific stuff, it's like, why would you do that if you weren't gonna use it? Like, it's just kind of weird, but I don't know, it's Nasu, so he does weird shit sometimes. I have better craft essences, but it doesn't matter. Who knows, maybe they'll just save it for 3.0. Maybe they'll do some stuff with the whole, you know, moon synergy thing that goes on with the Arcoade and the Earth and all that. Because they haven't done a lot with the moon in FGO. They did 3 sets of animations once, and it didn't sell very well, so they're probably never going to do it ever again. I think and I thought so too, to be honest. I would have thought Rin was a surefire, making a stupid amount of money, but man, the first Saber Wars 2, the original run of it, it didn't sell very well, and like they put so much effort into Space Ishtar. She did better on the rerun, I think, though, weirdly enough, but that might have been because of Castoria. I could definitely see them doing Arcoade costume in the collab, but they also might just use, like, what she's got's good enough, because they've certainly done that before. Like, Vlad in APOC was just Berserker Vlad again, and like, oh yeah, just make him Lancer for this, so then you don't get Lancer Vlad, because fuck you, and you know, they used like the Fate Stay Night age range of Gilgamesh in the Fate Zero event, which doesn't make any sense, but they just did it anyway. It's like, yeah, we already got the art, I'm not gonna draw them again just for that, right? So, it's not like, but Arcoade is really, you know, important in Tsukihime collab, right? So, they might be more willing to, you know, put money into it. But yeah, I don't know, they're silly. I kind of forgot that it gave her that much battery. It's kind of a mistake there. Yeah, they did announce the collab is Arcade, so unironically we've had FGO 3 years in a row now. Because, you know, that's not stalling or anything. And here's the thing. There are things from Arcade that I would like to see put in the regular game, but they shouldn't need to collab with themselves to do that. That's just dumb. They could just add it into the game, like, you know, normal individuals, and then the collab could be like the Prototype or Tsukihime or, you know, whatever. You know, there's a lot of options here. You know, Fate Strange Fate, although they're not going to do that one for a little bit. I actually very much think, though, we're going to get a Fate Strange Fate collab before the books are done. I just think it'll focus on, like, the first half of it and that kind of thing. I could definitely see that happening. Did I just get one clip? Okay, game. That's great. Actually, we're probably going to lose because of that. I should have done a survivability skill. It's because the NP charged each other. Alright, game. You know what? I'm just gonna use Bizette. Fuck it. I ain't dealing around with this nonsense. This is a really good time for Bizet anyway. You know what? I'm gonna K-scope Bizet. And now we're talking. There we go. This is where Donzo would be awesome, but I don't have Donzo. Actually, I might have Donzo, but she's not leveled. I'm sure one of my accounts has Donzo, but I don't think I've leveled her ever. I don't even know why. I don't even mind her. She's fine, but the thing is, 4 and 5 stars are always lower priority for me unless I really like them or they're like really busted or whatever. So if you're kind of like lukewarm, it can take quite a while for me to level you. Unless your gameplay is like super awesome or something. I mean, Jufu is still fine, but I mean, there's Fuma. What else is there? How many targeted survival skills do I have on this account? I don't feel like I actually have that many. It would be Mash, but that doesn't work. There's Constantine. I don't know if that would really work out that well, but fuck it. We'll make it work. Do I have his passive? Oh, I do. Let's go. If we have to use our back row, we're gonna have a problem because it's not like I've actually set it up to do anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this stage is gonna get really silly on Bizet, considering what I just saw there. Alright, do this, and this. I'll wait on Constantine here. Alright, I don't have a buff limit, I can just do things, that's nice. Man, Constantine is so cool. Why did you not kill that Bizet? Stages like this do make Ku like not as good as some of the other things, but it really doesn't matter. Ku is still so good, it's absurd. And a lot of times if we were using Ku in a team setting for these stages, he's not gonna get attacked 6 times because he has teammates, and you wouldn't really try to solo with a Lancer on a stage like this anyway, so practicality-wise it hasn't made much difference. So yeah, Bizet, kind of good for this. They're just lining up to die right now. See, look, the quick charge into the NP, and it doesn't matter. And she just keeps going. Oh yeah, she's debuff immunity. Wow, okay, Bizet is the best thing ever on this stage. Because yeah, their NP does a debuff, but she's debuff immune, so, you know, fuck it. Yeah, this is disgusting. No, keep going, guys. No, by all means, just keep on going. I'm fine. We don't need to do anything here. Now, I could give her okay, I need to look at Constantine and know exactly what he does. It's been a while since I've used him. I know he's got the 100% defense up and stuff. Let me just look at every thing we're working with here. Right, so we can taunt, Star Bomb. Obviously, we don't want to taunt. Charge. Oh yeah, it gives ally. Right, on death, etc., etc. Right. And then it's 100% defense up, and then you get a 5,000 damage cut if you're Roman, which you don't normally need. But if the enemy has damage up that gets past your 100% defense up, then it's still good. But honestly, there's really no reason to do Constantine's NP here because we might as well keep the actions. Kind of sucks, but we should do it once we're out of hard survival. It's just kind of the way of it. Which I don't know if that'll ever happen, but yeah, the only time you would want taunt to give to Bizet is if you were wanting her to tank on a turn if it doesn't NP. So they do buff block, but I already have my buffs. Wow, this really is disgusting. So I'm just gonna, I remember when Gazette came out, a lot of people were like, meh, like the meta stuff, or people that were like looking at her in terms of a meta unit, most people were like, meh, but she's actually been so broken so often. Like there's just been so many, like she's the best DPS for Fluffy, for the most part, if you have strong support. And there's just been a lot of fights where she just makes it so easy, like, ridiculous. Like, she's super good for Ort, she's super good for Fluffy, she's good for, you know, Grand Foreigner, Ort, all of that. Damn, it's just a 3-turn buff block, so I can't do anything about that. That sucks. She can actually counterattack even when she's buff blocked, like, you can't buff block the counterattack. But we couldn't get any of the other stuff, so that does suck. I guess we'll give them buffs just so they live, and then we'll have her counter in case she happens to get attacked. Yeah, I saw Cairo. I was watching it. I really enjoyed Cairo's stream. That was great. I was all comfy with COVID, but I mean, the thing about like I was really lucky with the way COVID worked out for me. The symptoms, although were annoying and prevented me from like doing things, if I just sat down and chilled, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't have a really bad cough. I didn't have a really bad headache. I got like a bit of a headache every once in a while. And I was tired and I had like some body aches and stuff, but I mean that's nothing, right? I didn't have like, you know, uncontrollable congestion. I wasn't coughing like my lungs up. So if I was just sitting down and not having to like, you know, multitask or have to do anything too stressful, it was nothing. Like so I was just chilling watching Cairo stream. It was great. And I feel quite a bit better now. I'm getting there. Still a little ugh, and like you know, I still have a little bit of congestion and stuff, but it's really not that bad. I suspect I'll be back to normal in a couple of days. And by back to normal, I mean suffering even more from my allergies than I ever have from COVID, but you know, it is what it is. So, here's the thing, like, I knew someone was going to ask me about my taste, and this actually goes for a lot of the symptoms. I pretty much had most of COVID symptoms all the time anyway. I lost my taste quite a bit because of a surgery I had that damaged one of my nerves in my mouth. So I wouldn't really know if I lost my taste anyway because I'm not tasting shit as is. So I don't know. And like I always have you know, a cough because of my allergies. And I always have some degree of congestion all the time because of my allergies and shit like that. So I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, we'll do that. I have some taste, and I have a lot of taste when it comes to, you know, art. Okay, Red, I'm just gonna say. But anyway, I have like some taste, like eating, but not a lot. I'm just mad that I got COVID at all because it's like I took pride in how good I was at not getting it, and I didn't get it. Tusk did, and then Tusk is the one person I can't prevent from giving it to me. And it just pisses me off. Like, I did so well, and I don't think I ever would have got it. Honestly, with the way, when I go out to, like, the bank, or my doctor, or the grocery, I am so good about not, you know, touching my face, not touching random things I don't need to, washing my hands immediately, you know, all that. I'm so good about that stuff. And Tusk isn't, so he gets sick, and then he gets me sick. It's stupid. I think over the last like 4 or 5 times I've been sick, every single time has been because of Tusk. And I have not gotten him sick once. Never. Maybe we might fight them again. We'll see here. So chat, did I just skip? Oh god, I just skipped. Not gonna lie, I don't care that much until we get to Ort. Most of the stuff between us and Ort is just filler garbage. Does anyone, okay, I won't do like everything off stream, but does anyone care if I get some of this filler crap done off stream? I don't know, I don't remember really anything that interesting happening in the story. We all know where this is going, right? Or it's trying to wake up, David, excuse me, trying to wake up Ort, and he succeeds. What a surprise, right? And then we have to deal with that shit. That's pretty much all that happens. And then the city mecha girl joins our side, and, you know, whatever. So yeah, I might just do some of that off, because it's a lot of filler between now and then, like, the actual boss fights. So I might, like, just get to the next major boss fight off stream. Okay, chat, here's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna eat, because I'm dying. And then I think I can stream some Epic 7 because they got that new game mode that's like cooperating with your guild and everything, and I really want to see that, and it sounds awesome. So I'm gonna take a quick break, fix some food, and then I'll be back. We'll play some Epic 7, which we haven't played in forever, and we'll check out that new game mode. And then tomorrow, assuming I don't get like sick or anything like that, we'll do more of Lostbelt 7 because I really want to get in there and fight the good stuff. And I'm truly curious how my ult account is going to do against Ort because I don't have that much stuff leveled up. I mean, I really don't. I mean, let's look at this. When I scroll down, we get to the non-leveled up stuff, and like these bronzes aren't going to do a lot. So yeah, we might have a tough time. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that and see what we do. Now, if I use mash every 4th battle, because you can use it every 4 battles, then I don't think we'd have a tough time at all, but I'm gonna try to not to do that. Hell, I might try to do it without mash at all, or only mash once or whatever. That might be kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to fighting Ort again. That's some good stuff. But alright, I'm gonna take a quick break, and if you want to see the new game mode, I don't think it's a new game mode, it's just a game mode they only make available like every 3 or 4 months for some reason. But it sounds awesome, so I will check that out, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. Peace!